Okay. Brian pun mood raya. Fazlina pun mood raya. Okey lah. Semua orang mood raya. Tak ada mood raya, susah pula kan. Tapi tak boleh nak pergi rumah orang Cannot go anywhere. Brian, cannot visit your friend in Penang. Must stay at home, you know.
Cannot visit girlfriend doctor. Hi.
Ayo, tak boleh visit girlfriend lah. Kan, cannot visit. Tak tahulah kenapa. Last time it's not that bad Last year I think it's not that bad. But this year semua pun tak boleh. Tapi tak apalah. Doesn't really matter. Right, we move on. Topic 10. We are talking about market analysis in regards of the mixed development. So basically, kawan-kawan, when you are talking about this mixed development, this would be the last sectors that we're going to cover. Okay, you have covered the residential, we have covered on the industrial, warehouses, commercial, your office buildings, your retails, okay, hotels and resort. Now we are covering the mixed development. So this is the last sector that we will cover. After this, after your semester break, it will be different topics altogether. Okay, different topics altogether. Okay, but never mind. Okay, just want to let you know. So this is the last topic. Why they put it the last topic? Because when you read, okay, before you read this one, read the other additional notes that I've given you in regards of the mixed use development. Okay, read that one first, then only you read the topic 10. Okay, topic 10 PowerPoint notes. Okay, it will help you to clear the understanding of what mixed use development is all about. Okay, the first sentence here, it says that mixed use development is a complex development. Okay, be it from the developer side or the market analyst side. Okay, this is rather interesting kawan-kawan. Maybe that is why they push the mixed use development towards the end of other sectors that you have covered first. Okay, you covered the rest of the sectors, then only the last one you covered on the mixed use development. Okay, they said it's complex. Okay, why is complex? Now, because when you are talking about mixed development, it's not just about one development, but a complex of development. Okay, you are talking about different sectors in one project. Okay, different sectors in one project. So basically it becomes very complex, it will be very challenging. Okay, then you are talking in terms of the financing, you are talking in terms of the understanding of what to evaluate, how to evaluate, okay, at whose perspective are we looking at, because we are talking about a massive development. Okay, the name is mixed development, so it's got to be massive. Okay, so the last sentence, it says here, so this is the core reason why mixed development is hard to finance and many lenders shy away from the complexities. Okay, so that's how challenging mixed development is all about. And then when you are looking from the perspective of the market research, okay, when you are looking at mixed use development, you are not just looking at one sector, residential. You are not just looking about this office building. You are not just looking about the retail. You probably have to look at 3 different sectors all together. Okay, 3 different sectors altogether. So maybe that is why they push this mixed use development towards the end of the semester. Okay, in regards of the syllabus. You are doing the market research. Yes. Dah masuk, tak boleh masuk. Allahu Akbar. Dah boleh masuk dah? Dah masuk belum? I use the auto switch on. Are they in now? Okay. In already. In. Okay. Lawak kan? So, do you realize that because of that complexity and whatnot, they push it away. Now when you are doing your market research, you are not just doing one sector, you are doing a few sectors altogether. Okay, so that is going to be complex again. That is going to be very challenging. So that's what we want, kan? Tapi tak adalah, it's doable. I mean, what I'm saying is that it's doable. It's not like it's so complex until you couldn't do it. No, it's doable. It's still doable. Okay, so everybody in, everybody in is 29. Okay, let me know if they cannot enter this, join us in this Gmeet. Okay, so that's one. Then you are looking at the background, kawan-kawan. This is another interesting things. Okay, another interesting things. These definitions has been highlighted by Urban Land Institute, ULI, the Urban Land Institutes. Okay, they first established this in 1976. And they changed it in 2003. So what they said is that, what is mixed use development? The first one is that there must be 3 or more significant revenue producing uses. So you're not just talking about retail, office, residential. It must be 3 or more. Tak boleh kurang. It must be 3 or more. Then only you can say that this is a mixed use development. Okay, right. The third one, the second one, tiba-tiba third pula. Second one, significant physical and functional integration. Okay, second one is about integration. So you cannot be in isolation. So all these complex, all these 3 significant revenue producing sector, they must be integrated. They must be integrated. You can go here, there and whatnot. There's always a connectivity between them. Okay, that's why they kata kat situ uninterrupted pedestrian connection. Okay, so the third one is that development is conformance with a coherence plan. So meaning that you must have a plan that is the harmony between them. Okay, you are talking about the keywords here is harmony. Harmonization of all these mixed use development. Okay, they must be interrelated, they must be connected, and they must have this so-called sync between them. It must be sync. Or the other words, I think they use it in mixed use development. Often these words they use it is synergy. They must have the synergy between each of the sectors. Okay, so this is the definition, okay, that's been used by the ULI. Okay, I put here the red notes, additional notes and mixed use development. So these notes will actually help you to understand what is mixed use development all about. Okay, why they said this is complex, why they said this is risky and stuff like that. Okay, this is an extra notes for you. Right. 3 or more significance revenue. Okay, this is what we understand. We said that there must be more than 3 revenue producing, be it retail, be it offices, be it residential or hotel facilities, but they must be in one complex. Okay, in one complex. Okay, if you were to look at the extra notes, you realize that some of the definition, they are talking about the vertical, the horizontal development of the mixed use development. Okay, so this is another not definition, is the explanation about the 3 or more significance revenue. Okay, and you can read this one later on. Okay, physical and functional integration. So what happened here is that what they want is we must have some sort of connectivity between each of the sectors. Okay, be it the pedestrian, be it the between blocks, you are talking about the between buildings, but there must be a connection. Some of the example they said here, the shared parking, you're talking about the sidewalks, you're talking about enclosed corridors, underground concourses, you're talking about lobbies, escalator, all these must be inside this particular complex, the mixed use development. Okay, integration. The keywords is integration. Parking, circulation, and transit. Okay, so you are talking in terms of the synergy, how to mix this, how to integrate all those things. So maybe in one of the way you're talking in terms of the off-street parking, you're talking about this underground parking, you're talking about this it's not just about parking, it's more than parking. But the most important thing is that the circulation between this particular complex, okay, it must be there. It must be interconnected, okay. That's why when the first slide introduced in regards of the mixed development, it says that this particular mixed use development is complex in a way. So complex in many other ways actually. Okay, so there are many other things that will actually explain where is the complexity of this mixed development. Okay, so analyzing the market potential of mixed use development, what is it that we are looking at? Okay, one of it is you're talking in terms of the unique challenges as well as the opportunities. Where are the unique challenges? Where are the opportunities? Okay, is it important? Yes, because when everything is so good, people will actually like to be in this so-called mixed-use development. But what happened is that when you have the three sectors, let's say you have the commercial, you have the residential, you have the retail, for example. Okay, the danger here is that only one sector highly in demand. Okay, let's say residential is highly in demand, but the two is not highly in demand. So what is going to happen to this particular project? So this is what happened. Okay, what is going to happen? Okay, this is what the developers, the investors, they are scared of. They shy away. Why? Because they're scared that it's only one sector that will be highly in demand, whereas the rest is not. Okay, so that would be a very risky investment. Okay, so you're talking about optimal investment, you're talking about in regards of the market premiums. Okay, so which one is the premium in regards of the use? Is it the condominium? Is it the hotels? Which one is which? Okay, this is where the market analysts need to identify what are the challenges and what are the opportunities. Okay, right. In this particular PowerPoint, we also highlight on the risk of the mixed development. One, you're talking maybe it is harder in regards to time the market, okay, because all the market will actually build simultaneously. So what happened is that we do not know, okay, we do not know at the end of the day whether or not which of the sector will have a strong demand in the market. Okay, so I've told you about that just now, right? You're talking in terms of this facing, project facing. Okay, is it crucial? It's very crucial because you're talking in terms of flexibility of the planning as well as the design. So what else? The risk come from in what terms? Okay, you're talking in terms of this. Some of the project will be highly demand, so therefore you can sell it very easily, but some might not. Okay, so it's going to be slow progress. But remember, you have the whole complex. Okay, everything will be developed simultaneously. So everything will be developed simultaneously. So this is some of the things that you need to pay attention to. Okay. Making decisions about where to place different activities within a mixed use site can be difficult. They highlighted on the decision making. Okay, let's say if you have hotels in regards of the mixed use development, again you might have issues in regards of the parking. Okay, because the hotel would want their own parking for their guests. They don't want to share with other sectors. Okay, different project elements may appeal to distinct socio-economics group. Okay, maybe they will have these museum and cultural facilities. They might be attractive. Okay, but some others, you're talking about your prospective buyers in regards of the luxury condominium might like it or might not like it. So it's a combination of all. But bear in mind, kawan-kawan, when you're looking at this real estate demand and supply and whatnot, you cannot please everybody. Okay, you cannot please everybody. Okay, for as long as you do your job and you have a very good marketing, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. The most important things is marketing. Marketing. Kita tak boleh kata bahawa the project is going to be failed. No, no. Maybe not fail in a way, but it will have a very slow demand. So you have to have a good marketing department. Okay, how to market these things, okay. You're talking in terms of the interaction among users, okay, attraction among users, the changing market condition. This can cause the tenant to shift, okay, over time the tenant will shift. Okay, but that one is over time. That is why when you are looking at these so-called dynamic properties, the retails, the residential or the hotels industries and whatnot, you must be very, it must evolve. Okay, it must evolve every now and then. You cannot stick to the same design forever and ever, tak boleh. Okay, after certain period of time, you do some modernization. After certain period of time, you change. Okay, you change accordingly. So that's what people want. Okay, so that's some of the risks in regards of the mixed-use development. Oh, this is what we talked about just now. We talk about synergy. Okay, so when you're talking about synergy, it's not just about the integration, it's not just about the integrity and what integration, the connectivity and whatnot, but they must have synergy. Okay, what it meant here is that each and every sectors that you have inside the complex, okay, they support each other. Okay, you have the residential, you have the retail, you have the offices, you have the hotels, etc., etc. So all these, they have this complementary use. They complement each other. Okay, dia bukan gaduh dengan satu sama lain, tak boleh. Okay, they complement each other. Residential would complement the retail, offices would complement the retail, offices would also complement the residential. So all these, they must have this so-called synergy. Okay, so-called synergy. So it's very important in regards of the mixed-use development. Okay, consumer research. So you're talking about the market research. Okay, so what's important here is that it's not just about the consumer preferences. You must also have the so-called cross-sales potential in order for you to look at or do the research in regards of your mixed-use development. Okay, because in this particular market research, you have a combined groups. Okay, you have a combined groups. You have people from the commercial, you have people from the residential, you have people from the retail industry, you have the customers and stuff like that. So ideally, you should involve a combinations of your respondent. Okay, a combination of your respondents. Okay, again, you must also have a combination in regards of the methods used. Okay, so this is another challenge in regards of this mixed use development market research. Okay, it says here that the consumers research meets two objectives. One is in regards of the reaction to the project plans, and second, you're talking about whether or not, okay, the tenants of users, okay, would likely take advantage of the other components. That's why we said just now, we talk about synergy, we are talking about integration, we are talking about complementarity. So that's what it meant. Okay, it's not just one. Okay, you sell this one, or the other residential, forget about it. No, you must ensure that would they actually, if they stay here, they are one of the potential buyer for the residential. Would they use the retail? Would they actually go down and shop there? Okay, would they actually do that? So this is what we want. Okay, this helps the analyst to determine whether the area of users will make a rent premium achievable. Okay, we want to ensure that our rent is not just a normal rent. Okay, we are talking about a premium rent. If you want to charge a premium rent, you must ensure that each and every sector will have its own demand. Okay, will have its own demand. So how to put it together? So the final step is for you to estimate the overall marketability, okay, based on the knowledge of demand as well as the supply, okay, in regards of the competition. Okay, so what's required here is that you must have this so-called informed judgment regarding the response of the consumer, okay, to the development. Okay, meaning that you must look at the so-called comprehensive respondent, comprehensive of this research method, okay, or combinations of a few research methods in order for you to come up with the judgment, in order for you to come up with the decision making. Okay, again, when you are talking about this large scale mixed use project, okay, sometimes it's not easy for you to get a comparable projects in the same market area. Okay, you are talking about similarities. Okay, do you have a similar project or not in the market area? If you do, okay, let's learn. Let's look at, observe what they have done. Okay, what can we improve? What are the lesson learned and stuff like that? Will you be able to do that? You know, look at the similarities between the projects. Okay, that's another thing that we'll be able to do. Okay, so again, the process are all the same. Okay, you have step 1 until step 6. Although what's complicated is that you have to cover a few sectors. Okay, in the other market research, you're talking only about sectors, either one residential, either commercial, either retail. But now you're talking about the mixed use, the different sectors, 3 or more. Okay, 3 or more revenue producing. So you've got 3 sectors altogether. Okay, so this is what it meant. It become complex, not just about the development, but also in regards of the market analysis. Okay. When you are talking about the mixed use concept, it says here that it is exciting. Okay, they have this so-called potential positively, but at the same time, you also looked at the negative side of it or disadvantages of it. So there are many reasons in regards of this. Many reasons. And this is some of it. You can read more inside the books. Okay, it says here that you're talking in terms of the cost. Okay, multiple users cost. Okay, you're talking in terms of this other, if you're talking about the vertical, you're talking about other users, not just about the loading, you're talking about the trash collection, you're talking about the parking, etc., etc. Okay, so there are other things that you need to talk about. Oh, sorry. Again, you're talking about the apartments, you're talking about how the designer will have to solve this side, this problem, okay? Find the appropriate way to use the excess space in regards of the residential floor, okay? Make good certain things, okay? If you have a shared parking, how to go about it, okay? How to look at the residents as well as the office tenants or other tenants, you know, what kind of ratio are we looking at and stuff like that, okay? You're talking in terms of the unrealistic for developer to expect that the mix of users will generate sufficient demand because each component will need to generate a majority of its market support from outside the mixed use development. So we cannot just look at the people inside. okay, we must ensure that whether or not people from outside would come and use your retail sectors, your offices and stuff like that. Okay, so it's very important, not just internal. You're talking about people outside. Demand from outside is also important. Demand for component users may not be equally strong, right? If you have three just now, I said there must be one that is highly in demand, but the balance will be slow, okay? But you have got to do more in regards of your marketing, okay? Financial projection, okay, must be there because now you're talking about these three projects. How complex is this three project? In terms of property managers, property management, they might have problems as well. Okay, they have their own issues as well. They have their own challenge as well. Okay, then you're looking in terms of the whole of the neighborhood, revitalizing neighborhood. Okay, maybe it's a very successful thing, maybe not. So how to go about it, how to overcome it. So this is some of these challenges, okay. Either it becomes a positive or a negative one, okay. But again, I said it's doable. Something need to be done, of course, okay. We saw some of these projects, mixed-use project that is successful, so why not? Why not? Okay, ada few yang successful, why not? Okay, boleh ke buat? Boleh. Okay, let's say you're talking in terms of that Petronas Twin Tower. You have the retail, you have the residential, you have the offices, right? It's the mixed-use development. Okay, so it's successful. You're looking at this Mid Valley as well. Mid Valley, you have the retail, you have the offices, you have this residential. Okay, that's mixed use development. Okay. Of course, we said just now, okay, just to confirm that the mixed use developments are risk intensive and complicated real estate project. Okay, however, they can be highly desirable and worthwhile. Okay, kalau tak adalah orang buat kan. Mesti ada dia punya advantages in regards of your mixed use development. Okay, you're talking about the premiums in regards of the rental and whatnot. Is that possible? Some is possible because you can actually create a high rental for the housing because they don't have because of the integration, less use of transportation. So it's like connectivity is very good. So it's just a walking distance from one place to another, you know, so that's quite good. Okay. What else? The challenge is to carefully determine early in the development process the proper balance, okay, between the higher cost and the higher paybacks. This is the developers and investors punya point of view. So they be able to look at this further. Okay, but somehow or other we've seen some of the successful projects in regards of this mixed use development. Okay, let's see what we have here. Cak kawan lambat pula. I nak end the show. Kamu dapat nak end. Okay. Open. Okay. So this is some of the, oh not some lah, this is the report in regards of the mixed use concept development and their market analysis. Okay. So this is some of the example, okay? Example in regards of their market analysis. Okay, they're looking at the site, project area, market feasibility analysis.
Betul.
Yes.
Ada orang nak masuk.
Ha? Masuk? Tak boleh masuk? Allah. Mana?
Sekejap.
Hujan tak kat tempat you all? Kat sini mendung tapi tak hujan. Doktor nak tanya sampel ni ada dekat. Ada? Ada. Inside your notes. Okay, then you can click on that on that link, then you can get it. Okay, boleh tak? Puan Nia boleh tak? Cuba try test. Okay, masuk dah Ikuan.
Dah masuk dah. Thank you.
Okay. So you're talking about the market feasibility. They're looking at residential. Okay, all these are residentials. They've got a few actually. Then they're looking at the office and industrials. They're looking at the retail. You see or not? The normal one that we have been introduced is that there's only one focus. But now when you have 3 or more is in one report, that's going to be like double and triple the amount of work that you have got to do. So this is what it meant. This is what this particular example will show you. Okay, so kita nampak tadi. Okay, you're talking in terms of the residential first. Okay, then they're looking at the offices and industrial. They're looking at the retail users. So they've got 3 sectors there. Okay, then they look at the master plan, how this thing's going to be, what is the impact, what is the strategy, and stuff like that. So that's what it meant here. Okay, nampak complicated ke tak complicated ke? Okay, but again, like I said, it's not that it is we cannot do. No, it's doable. It's still doable. It's just that the amount of work that you have gone through, okay, each and every sectors itu saja. Okay, so this is some of the things. Banyak sangat dia ni, berapa muka surat dah kena. Oh ni, 179 pages kawan-kawan. So that's quite a lot, 179 pages. So this is some of the things. Okay, so banyak benda you'll be able to look at it. Okay, any questions? Questions? Ada soalan?
No.
Oh, Brian dah nak masak rendang. Ada ya. Okay. So basically, what is your opinion? Okay, you looked at other sectors, now you looked at these mixed development. Okay, you have looked at other sectors, now you looked at the mixed development. What is your opinion? What do you think? Do you think that it's become more complicated? I know that you've been introduced towards this mixed development in your development appraisal, isn't it? You have your development appraisal, right? So what do you think now?
Well, I think it's quite hard to determine.
To do the market research.
Yep.
On feasibility studies, right? Once upon a time, or is it you're doing it now? Do you have a so-called project on feasibility studies? Doing it now? Oh, okay, doing it now. And you are doing a mixed development. Don't tell me you're doing mixed development.
Yes.
Is to what mixed development.
Mixed development of what? Of what? 3 or more? What is it? Residential?
No, we can decide.
Oh, you can decide. So for yours, what is your chosen development?
Mine, because we are like doing service residence, it's a commercial mix residential.
Commercial is offices. Residential.
Shops.
Residential. Yeah. What type of residential? Condominium?
Yeah, we're doing service residence.
Oh, service apartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Service apartment.
Then the other one? Hotel.
We have shops in the area.
Oh, in that particular complex, you also have shop lot, is it?
Yeah.
Wah, besar lah tanah you.
The land needs to be a bit big.
In PJ area or hypothetical? The requirement is 10? Ooh, 10 acres. Oh, dah nak siap lah kan? Dah nak siap, dah nak ujung dah. Kan? Everybody is oh, AutoCAD dia punya ni, dia punya apa? The plan. Okay lah, tak ada hal kan. Jin, you all buat AutoCAD, outsource je. Senang. Tapi kalau you pandai, okay je, tak ada hal kan. So this is it kawan-kawan. If you were to do your development appraisal, you are doing your feasibility studies, looking at this mixed development, you realize that it's not easy. It's not easy. Kan, bila you buat the feasibility studies, you are looking at the financial, you are talking about the costs, you know, how to justify in regards of the selling price and stuff like that. So this is it. Okay, some you'll be able to get the similarities between your project and the other project. Some you might not, okay, depending on the location. So that's part of the challenges. So tak payahlah nak cerita panjang-panjang sebab you dah been introduced in regards of the mixed development. Okay, mixed development. I don't know whether dekat Malaysia kita ada tak universally accepted definition on mixed development, because I couldn't find one. Ada tak? Bila you all belajar tu ada tak? Accepted definition of mixed development from the planning department. Ataupun dia kata from different sector is already mixed development. Di BKL ada. Apa dia kata Guan Yu? Apa dia kata? Dia kata mixed development, 3 or more sectors is actually, oh jap I copy, okay. Sebab sometimes it's not clear in regards of the definition. I like to use the ULI because it's clear. Dia kata kena 3 revenue producing, dia betul dia kata kat situ. Okay, is very clear. So it's not like you can argue is debatable, something that is debatable. Waiting for Guan Yu to give me the definition. Okay. What else? Anybody else ada opinion, things to share when you do your feasibility studies? Ada? Opinion. What's your opinion? You want to say something? No? Not today? Today is not a good day? Pagi tadi ada kelas ke? Dia kata apa? Dah hilang. Tak tahu kat mana cari barang tu. List out apa bangunan can be built on then mixed use land. Okay lah, tak apa. At least they've got some sort of definition. How they defined it, that would be another issue. But somehow or other, if you were to look at ULI, it must be 3 or more. 3 or more in order for you to define whether or not your project is actually a mixed use development. Okay, so that's one thing. Other than that, you look at the complexity in regards of this market study. Okay, previously we are doing only one sector, now we are doing 3 sectors. So therefore, in regards of the report, is going to be time consuming. Okay, you have got to collaborate between more respondent, okay, from different sectors. Then you are talking in terms of these combinations of methods that you use, okay, in order for you to come up with your judgment or your conclusion. Okay, so that's a few. The methods, the process are all the same. You're talking about the 6 steps and whatnot. It's all the same from your residential until your mixed development. Okay, however, you certain sectors will have this emphasis on which side, and then the other sectors will have another emphasis from the other side and stuff like that. Okay, so you'll be able to see certain sectors will have its complexity, certain sectors will need to be looked at from the other perspective and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what important in regards of this market research. Okay, right, any more questions? Any more questions?
Dia ada regulation tak untuk mixed use ni, macam regulation Selangor punya ke, ataupun kalau biasa kalau nak cari kan macam regulation untuk commercial je and industrial sahaja.
I don't think it's so-called regulation. Dia bukan regulation. Dia each of these state government, they might have their own policies in order for you to build mixed development. So these are their requirement. Nampak tak? Dia ada their own things that they want. Their own things that they want. Contoh macam Selangor, they want to go into smart city. So therefore dia banyak benda-benda yang technology oriented. Technology oriented. So that's what they want. Okay. Normally they would have certain state government would have, or their planning department would have. Okay, their planning department would have. Kan, you order nak habis dah kan, tengah buat calculation kan. Kan ada presentation for your feasibility studies. Got presentation or not?
Ya, ada property development, ada presentation nanti di 13-14.
Oh, so very busy lah that week after your semester break ya. Okay, never mind, tak apa, semoga dipermudahkan. Alright, want to show you something. Okay, this is my Google Classroom. Okay, this is my Google Classroom. All the PowerPoints are in there. Okay, all the PowerPoints are in there. So for today, you have the topic 10 as well as the additional notes. This is the additional notes that I talked about just now. Okay, you'll be able to look at it, or you want to look at it. Again, this comes from the ULI as well, ULI. Okay, so that's quite a good explanation on the mixed use. Okay, what is mixed use? Okay. You're talking about what are the components, what are the characters. Then another definition that they have established in 2013. What are the components, what are the characters. Mixed use versus multiple use. These are the vertical mixed use. Okay, you have the horizontal mixed use. So the red one is actually work offices. Okay, the yellow one is actually residential. So that's how they mix together. Maybe this one is the shops. Okay. Compact, how compact is compact? What happened to mixed use? Okay, some of the things, terminology that they use in regards of the zoning. Okay, how to go about it. So what's next? Okay, the trends. So basically why you use mixed use, because less driving, they said. Okay. Migration trends, the demand. They're talking about investment and stuff like that. Okay, that's how they analyze it. What are the benefits? The old paradigm in regards of parking, the new paradigm in regards of parking and stuff like that. Okay, so that's quite a good how it create benefits. Okay, so these are some of the extra notes. Sorry, kawan-kawan, the best mixed use development kalau you pergi Singapore, dia each of their TOD tu is actually a mixed use development. Okay, you're talking about Bugis Street, they have their own self-sustained town and stuff like that. Ada residential, ada commercial, semua complete dekat situ. If you're talking about Tua Payoh, they have their own. You're talking about Novena, they have their own self-sustained. You tak payah pergi mana-mana. Unless if you actually want to go to Orchard, itu lain. Tapi you can shop at Novena itself. Tak ada masalah. You can shop at Bugis Street itself. Tak ada masalah. Okay, it's very self-sustained. That is a very good mixed development. That's why Singapore, they can call themselves a smart city because everything is in there. Okay. Apa lagi nak bagi tahu? Oh, okay. I will put your tutorial for tomorrow dekat depan ni dekat stream ni. I will put it here in the stream. So once you've done it, you will get your marks okay, right away. Okay, tak ada masalah. Okay, other than that, apa lagi yang assignment. Okay, nanti. Okay, I've highlighted here, okay, in regards of equilibrium analysis. Okay, I've looked through it. One is you might not have the so-called data. Okay, because of the time constraint, you might not have the data. But when I think of it, tak payahlah buat. So my apology, okay, in regards of the analysis. Okay, we can omit that analysis because this one is only what 2 credit or 3 credits, your market research. Market research is 2 credit or 3 credit? 3 credits. Yours is only 3 credit. It's better for you to focus on other things. So you have done quite a lot in your feasibility studies or in your property development on the market research and stuff like that. So I would suggest we omit. Okay, no need to do that. Okay, do the things that you be able to do. Okay, maybe in regards of customer supply would be more demand in regards of your your secondary primary data is good enough for you to justify your cafe. Okay, no pressure, no pressure. Ours is in week 12, isn't it? When is the date of submission? Week 12? Week 12? Week berapa? Lupa dah. Assignment 16 June.
14
is it? Mix 14. So you better settle yang atas dulu because you have big project there. Okay, mine is very little. Okay, right. So I'm going to post once we finish the class. I'm going to post the questions shortly. Okay, I will post the question shortly. So not to worry. So any more questions? Guan Yu Lao hilang. Any more questions?
Tak ada dah.
Ikuan nak masak rendang. Masa nak masak rendang. Okay. Yelah, betul lah. Tak apa. No worries. Okay, camera on. Shall I take pictures of you guys before Hari Raya, then after Hari Raya, during Hari Raya tak ada? Kan? Okay, camera on. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. Mana tak ada mood raya dah? Tak ada mood raya dah. Ha? Nah, tu Syuzan buat hari raya. Selamat hari raya. Kan? Okay, more people. Yes, sir. Ikhwan pun nak tukar juga. Orang cakap saya. Dia pun nak tukar. Wow, semua orang tukar. Takutnya.